I had no intention to be driving for this Vlogmas. I just went to Caribou Coffee for tea. I don't drink coffee. They are far from where I currently live. I think they're closer to where I'm actually going to be moving. And gosh, it's been like a busy morning. So I did in fact need a new battery. Spent the hundreds of dollars at the Mitsubishi dealership. The one in Canton in Atlanta is the best. I mean, I haven't been to all, but I've been to another one that really didn't give me good service or help me with whatever my problem was. I'm gonna show y'all my outfit. I mean, the outfit is cute. I don't really. I feel like a grown woman in this outfit. Like, it's a tracksuit situation. I got it from Spanx, but I'm really in love with the shoes. I've already gotten an intense compliment about the shoes. My sister complimented me about these shoes yesterday. But you know, I did want to talk about body image, because I did mention in one of my videos. I mean, I've mentioned it in a few videos. I like the way my body looks, or you know, I've been working on my workout routine and eating healthy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your body to look a specific way, as long as you are healthy, right? As long as your body is doing well. Maybe because I'm a psychologist and all of the ethics teachings that they give us, it's been really hard for me. Hold on. Okay, what was I saying? Body image. I did want to mention I did have to go to Xfinity too. That's part of the busy morning, to get Wi-Fi, and there's a package with my new apartment. They only take Xfinity. So I was watching Blue Teluzma. I don't know if she says Teluzma. I was watching Blue Teluzma on YouTube. She does lives about, you know, hot topics, current events, and she's a emotional intelligence coach, I think. You know, listen, I believe in coaches. But she's very smart. She's neurodivergent. Her words, right? I can't diagnose anybody. Very smart, neurodivergent. And she was covering Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Now, I didn't know who Cynthia Erivo was, and I probably never paid attention to her before the Wicked movie. I knew that she had an incredible voice, but I actively avoided clips of her because I don't know. You know, when I talk about like the energy of some people, there's like an energy around her that I don't know. I was kind of apprehensive to consume any videos of her. That's just like the baseline for like what's okay. My mother called me. I don't know where I left off, but I do want to share. I'm having half a bagel for breakfast, 2 turkey bacon strips, and dairy free cream cheese. I'm trying this for the first time. Better Goods from Walmart, made with coconut oil, creamy butter beans, and avocado oil. No seed oils. Although I don't necessarily avoid seed oils, but this is probably the best dairy free cream cheese that I've had. Do I have my other one? There's another one, but I forget the brand name, that I used to really like. But this is extremely spreadable. It's wonderful. So anyway, body image, eating habits, exercise, all those things go together. Back to the celebrities of it all. So yeah, Victoria Monet, when I found out that she used to write for Ariana Grande, it made a lot of sense. And I love Victoria Monet, right? You've seen me feature her albums on my, you know, Food for Your Soul. When I post on the, what do you call it? Post on the community tab here on YouTube. I think she's just the bomb.com. So she has better energy than the two of those ladies combined. But when we're talking about body, I think I'm conflicted because I'm a woman. I have my own stuff as it relates to body, but also I'm a psychologist and I can't diagnose anyone. And I don't think you have to diagnose anyone to talk about what we can see. Like, I think we can talk about what we can see, but internet conversations often devolve into people wanting to be morally superior versus actually looking for solutions in their real life. Like, are you talking to little girls in your real life? Because that's where I would want the intention of me bringing up this discussion to be. So I could have had an eating disorder and my son could have had an eating disorder. Why? Because there's a lot of pressure to look a certain way. When I was young, I wanted to look like my mother's side of the family. If I did not have my father's genetics, I would 100%, I promise you, I would be fat. I would be, I think about food entirely too much to not be fat. And as I passed 35, I gained weight, but still the gain weight, I went from size 4 to 6 to size 8, 10, right? Like in one pair of jeans, a size 10, and even that wasn't really fitting. So I gained weight, but I had a lot of knowledge that I acquired in my early 20s on how to be healthy, right? But the baseline of that is I had 4 sisters who looked very similar to me, some bigger, but we had our real bodies to compare each other to. And so you look like me, I look like you, we look like our family members. It's hard to judge it as negative. And then my mother, who instilled in us good self esteem, is the foundation of I always have someone to talk to, I always have someone to answer my questions. I don't have to keep body image issues inside. And I remember when I was in college, my younger sister had asked me about her belly. And at that point, maybe I was 21, I was already like, girl, there's nothing wrong with your belly. You know that, like, you are like a teenager. Your body looks exactly how it's supposed to look. And now I know more information about like anterior tilt pelvis and what might make a body look different. By the time I was like, girl, you literally look normal. You look normal. And I think those kinds of conversations in real life help people not become susceptible. My son was in wrestling, they weigh, and they're like so methodical and detail oriented about what weight class you're in. And my son started to talk about, oh, I can't eat this, oh, I have to make weight, oh, I have to do no, right? Because boys are not susceptible to disordered eating. Had to have those conversations with him. So now, right, the healthy relationship with food, because you can get really sidetracked in teenage years. I mean, like 10, like age 10, he didn't do wrestling until he was in high school, but like around age 9, 10 is when girls, boys are starting to think about their bodies. So by looking at Cynthia Erivo Ariana and even Michelle Yeoh, she's always been skinny. So I mean, part of this is like for me, right? For me, because even what I'm grateful for is all lumped in. I started taking a GLP-1 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago. And after month 3, right, I like I like how the slowing down of the food noise has helped me recalibrate to go back to my baseline of I eat when I'm hungry, right? So I've always had a lot of food noise. I'm obsessed with food. I love food. I'm always thinking about food. When I was a teenager, I started cooking for my family because I love, not because I was required to, I just love food so much that I wanted to plan food and plan meals and try out different flavors and do all those things. I absolutely love food. If I didn't have my father's genetics, I would be fat. I didn't have appetite. I didn't have like incessant appetite, right? So in terms of like my metabolism, people say fast metabolism. I now that I know more, I don't know what to call it. I ate when I was hungry, and I would eat often, a large portion at one time, but then I would be full. I'd be full for the rest of the day. And so people associated me, like my previous father-in-law called me a shark because when I saw food, I wanted this, I wanted to try that, and I wanted this. But after I was full, I stopped eating and I didn't eat again until I was hungry again. And I didn't get hungry again, maybe until the next day after 12, right? That was like my natural body. And then so in my 30s now, mid to late 30s going, all the hormones changing and your body changing and my basal metabolic rate changing because I work from home now and I really don't do the steps I used to do, right? When I look back, I was walking like a mile a day, just like basic life stuff. That wasn't even the exercise. And in my 20s, I had like a regular workout routine, nothing intense. I've never been obsessed with getting skinnier, right? Because I used to be a size 0. I didn't like being a size 0. I didn't like how I looked there, but that's very cultural because I was on an island. Around size 8, 8 was my ideal, honestly. Size 8 was my ideal look. But then I look at my body, I'm like, that's not really healthy for me. The amount of food I'm eating is not really healthy for me. So getting back to a size 6, perfect, right? That's really what my goal has been. When you have an unrealistic illogical, delusional goal of what you want your body to look like, I think it's just so sad. I actively avoided eating disorder kind of interventions, working with, I didn't want to learn anything more about it than I already knew. I was like, I already have my own food stuff. That would be so incredibly hard. And then I often get frustrated with families because the best treatment for eating disorders is family therapy, right? When we're working with kids, and I specialize in working with kids. I don't know what you do with adults. I mean, I know it's like you're dealing with anxieties and delusion. Like you have to treat it like a delusion because people literally are not seeing their bodies as they are, and they view food as the enemy and just all the food stuff. Like it's much easier for me to help someone who overeats than someone who undereats, because yeah, the level of delusion is so intense. And so when I see these ladies, doing their marketing and touching, like you feel something is off here. Like you feel something is not right here. You're looking at two very incredibly talented, like powerhouse people be human, right? Like just be susceptible to societal pressures and um, the skewed version of what beauty is, and the pressure of what it means to be an A-list star. Like I feel so much for them, and I like it's just so hard. It's so hard. Like I don't think you understand. And maybe if you have had like your own food stuff, you might understand. Like my body image has never really been an issue. I always looked at myself as beautiful and enjoyed all the versions of the body that I've had, even when I was, my heaviest. Honestly, my heaviest hasn't been like that heavy 170. But come on. So looking at my body, looking at their body, right? Knowing all the things I know about mobility, muscle, like what happens if you do not strength train? We want to live long, right? Like I want to live a very long, active life. I don't want to be in a nursing home. I don't want somebody taking care of me. I want to keep all my wits about me. When you do not feed your body the nutrients that it needs, it catches up. It will catch up. And so I mean, I feel like that's the conversation we should be having about the impact of societal pressure, right? The patriarchy, anti-blackness, body image, weight, beauty, like all those things are wrapped up in just how America is, and colonialism. And the best thing you can do is affirm little girls in your life. I mean, of course, affirm yourself, but also little girls in your life. So I'm grateful for all the people who have done a lot of work to educate us on metabolic syndrome and healthy eating habits and a balanced diet, that you don't have to be very restrictive to get the nutrients that you need. Like you don't, like I used to be vegetarian. I could be. I mostly, not mostly, maybe like 60% eat vegan, but like you don't have to eat vegan in order to fuel your body in a way that's going to be sustainable for you, right? What you need. Like I can't drink lactose or milk, right? So it's like if you're dairy free, if that's what your body needs, like you need to be in tune. To me, that's much more important than talking about celebrities. And anytime I talk about celebrities, I really try to make it about the overarching lesson. I'm wishing them the best. I'm honestly, like genuinely wishing them well, because this kind of whatever is going on, and I do think it's them choosing not to eat. I don't think any of them have an illness, but I really don't know. But whatever is going on really will have lasting negative effects if they keep it up, and that is painful and unfortunate. But this is the trend, right? Everything is in a cycle, and we're going back to when very skinny bodies were in. And resist I mean, resist the desire to be perceived in a certain way, right? Like I want to be seen as desirable to I don't think that kind of thinking is helpful. I think I want my body to look the way I want it to look, in a healthy way. I want my body to be able to move. I want to be able to lift certain things, stretch certain ways. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to do certain things with my body that isn't centered around how it looks. Like, to me, there's nothing wrong with wanting to change your body, but not necessarily centering that as like your identity. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yeah. I'm thinking if I want to show y'all my new apartment today or another time when I'm back, because I'll be setting up some stuff in it today. Maybe another time. I think today's vlog is long enough. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.